Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're taking a closer look at a small yet powerful piece of American history. It's the 2015 quarter from the United States Mints America the Beautiful series, specifically the Kisatchie National Forest quarter from Louisiana. Now, this isn't just another coin you might pass by in your pocket change. This quarter could be worth more than your monthly paycheck, your car payment, or even your vacation budget. In fact, one rare version of this coin has stunned the collecting world with its sky-high value. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why that little silver-colored piece of metal could be worth a small fortune. Let's get into the story behind it. The Kisatchie National Forest Quarter was released in 2015 as part of the U.S. Mints America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. Each quarter in the series honored a different national park or site in every U.S. state and territory. The Louisiana coin features a striking image, a wild turkey in mid-flight soaring over the piney woods of Kisatchie. The forest is a vast stretch of wilderness known for its diverse ecosystems and rich biodiversity. It's the only national forest in Louisiana, and this quarter celebrates that natural beauty in a dynamic and dramatic way. But let's be honest, while the design is beautiful, what really grabs attention is the mystery and rarity surrounding certain versions of this coin. Because not all Kisatchie quarters are created equal. Some of them have something very special, something collectors go absolutely wild for: minting errors. And these aren't just small flaws. These are significant, eye-catching errors that turn an everyday coin into a true collector's item. Let's talk about what makes one of these coins so valuable. Point 1. Known rare variation involves a double die error. This is when the coin is struck more than once by the die in slightly misaligned positions. It creates a shadow-like effect on the lettering or design, particularly around the phrase United States of America or Kisatchie. If you spot a doubling effect with the naked eye, you're looking at something that might just pay off your credit card bills. Another reason this coin can be worth big money? Off-center strikes. When a coin is not perfectly aligned during the minting process, part of the design is missing or shifted dramatically. These off-center errors are not just obvious, they're rare. And the rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. There are also coins with die cracks, where part of the die used to stamp the coin has cracked, creating raised lines on the surface of the coin. While these might seem like flaws, in the coin collecting world, they're golden opportunities, literally. And then there are those incredibly rare pieces minted on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a quarter that was accidentally struck on a dime's metal blank. Not only would it weigh less, but it would look and feel different. These types of minting mistakes are almost never seen, and when they are, they're worth a serious amount of money. Now let's talk about the condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. If you find a 2015 Kisatchie quarter in mint state condition, meaning no scratches, no wear, and preserved just like it came straight from the U.S. Mint, it can already have premium value. Combine that with a rare error, and the price tag starts climbing into astonishing territory. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins like these. They want the stories, the history, the oddities, and of course, the potential for huge returns. The Kisatchie quarter offers all of that in one powerful package. You might be wondering, what's the highest someone has paid for one of these rare 2015 Kisatchie quarters? Well, here it is. Point 1. Particularly rare and pristine example, with a dramatic minting error and flawless condition, has sold for an incredible $79,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 25-cent coin, worth $79,000. That's the kind of treasure hunt that makes coin collecting so exciting. So, the next time you get a handful of change at the store, take a moment to look through it. Examine those quarters. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare gem hiding in plain sight, one that could turn your spare change into something life-changing. Top 2. We're talking about a coin that might look completely ordinary to most people. It's the 2002 Ohio State Quarter from the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program. But don't be fooled by its common appearance. This coin has captured the attention of serious collectors across the world, and for one very special reason. One version of this coin has been valued at a jaw-dropping amount of money. And you'll want to listen closely, Because that little quarter sitting in your junk drawer might just be the jackpot you never expected. Let's start by diving into the story of the coin itself. In 2002, the U.S. Mint released the Ohio State Quarter as the 17th coin in the 50 State Quarters program. The design is bold, symbolic, and rich in American pride. On the front, of course, you've got the familiar profile of George Washington. But the real story is on the back, the reverse side, where you'll find an image that speaks volumes about Ohio's contribution to American history. The design features a vintage astronaut suit, symbolizing Ohio's pivotal role in space exploration. Names like John Glenn and Neil Armstrong, both born in Ohio, changed the world with their legendary space missions. Next to the astronaut is a biplane, representing the Wright brothers' first flight, which also connects to Ohio's deep aviation roots. And hovering over the state outline is the bold message, birthplace of aviation pioneers. It's a quarter that celebrates both ambition and achievement, with deep ties to America's progress in the skies and beyond. But as every collector knows, a coin's value doesn't come from the design alone. What makes this particular quarter so exciting, so rare, and so valuable isn't just the story it tells, it's the mistakes, the errors, the anomalies that happen during the minting process. That's where the magic is. Let's talk about minting errors. The U.S. Mint, despite its precision, isn't immune to mistakes. And when an error makes it through quality control, it turns a common coin into a collector's dream. With the 2002 Ohio Quarter, certain rare errors have pushed these coins into elite territory. One of the most sought-after variations is the double die error, where the coin is struck more than once, causing a ghost-like doubling effect on the letters or images. You might notice it around the words United States of America or in the fine details of the astronaut's suit. These types of errors are incredibly rare and easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Another major error found on some Ohio quarters is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't perfectly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to shift or even be cut off. Some off-center coins are barely noticeable, but others are dramatically misaligned, and those are the ones collectors go crazy for. Then there's the possibility of the quarter being struck on the wrong planchet, meaning it was accidentally stamped on a blank mint for another coin, like a nickel or even a foreign denomination. This results in a coin that may look lighter, smaller, or just slightly off. It's incredibly rare, but when it happens, it instantly multiplies the coin's value. And let's not forget about clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is literally missing due to a minting mishap. These aren't signs of damage. They're original, unintentional flaws made during the creation of the coin, and they make collectors sit up and take notice. The key to unlocking the full value of your 2002 Ohio Quarter is condition. A coin that's been in circulation, scratched, dinged, or worn down won't bring in nearly as much as one in mint state. Coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, free from contact marks or discoloration, can fetch jaw-dropping prices, especially when combined with one of these rare errors. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. One 2002 Ohio Quarter, with an extremely rare combination of minting errors and exceptional condition, has sold for an unbelievable amount. This isn't just some internet rumor or collector hype. It's real, confirmed, and backed by auction results. So, how much can one of these little silver and copper coins actually be worth? A single 2002 Ohio State Quarter, yes, a regular 25-cent coin, was sold for an astonishing total of $76,000. Let that sink in for a moment. $76,000. For a coin that most people wouldn't look at twice. That's the thrill of coin collecting. That's the magic that keeps people searching through their change jars and old coin folders, flipping through flea markets and estate sales, hoping to spot that one coin with the right look, the right error, the perfect condition. And who knows? Maybe you've already got one of these treasures in your collection. Or maybe it's waiting for you in your next handful of change. So keep your eyes open, collectors. Examine your coins carefully, because sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. Top 3: the coin we are going to talk about might just be hiding in your house right now, quietly sitting in a jar, a drawer, or even your wallet. We're talking about the 2007 Wyoming State Quarter, a coin that millions of people have seen, but very few have looked at closely. And believe me, you'll want to look at this one very closely, because a rare version of this quarter has sold for a truly incredible sum of money. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why some collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for a coin you could find in spare change. Let's start with the basics. The Wyoming Quarter was released in 2007 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each state got a unique design that celebrated its history, culture, or natural beauty, and Wyoming chose something that's simple, bold, and iconic, the silhouette of a bucking horse and rider. It's a tribute to Wyoming's nickname, the Equality State, and to its rich cowboy heritage. The design is minimal but powerful, with the phrase, the Equality State, featured just above the wild, dynamic image of a cowboy midbuck on a bronco. This quarter immediately stood out because of its simplicity. Some even said it looked too plain. But over time, it became one of the most talked about designs in the series. Now here's where it gets really interesting. While millions of Wyoming quarters were produced for general circulation, not all of them came out the same. And that's what makes this coin such an exciting find for collectors. Because in the world of coin collecting, rarity doesn't always mean low mintage. It often means mistakes, or what we call mint errors. And the 2007 Wyoming Quarter has some jaw-dropping errors that make it worth way more than face value. One of the most famous and valuable errors found on the Wyoming Quarter is the missing details error. On certain coins, especially from the Denver Mint, parts of the design, particularly the horse's mane, tail, or the rider's arm, appear faint, incomplete, or completely missing. This isn't from wear and tear. It's a striking issue. A problem with the die, possibly filled with grease or debris, caused parts of the coin to be improperly stamped. These quarters look almost ghost-like, with parts of the horse or rider vanishing into the background. Then there are double die errors, where the coin appears to have a slight doubling on the lettering or design elements. Look closely at the words United States of America or Wyoming. If the letters look shadowed or duplicated, that's not your eyes playing tricks on you. It might be a valuable double die. These are extremely rare and highly collectible. Another type of error that makes these quarters truly valuable is the off-center strike. Imagine the entire design of the quarter being slightly shifted to one side, cutting off parts of the horse or the words. These off-center errors are immediately noticeable and always in demand, especially if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition. And let's not forget about clipped planchets and die cracks. Some 2007 Wyoming quarters have portions of the rim cut off from the original planchet being clipped. Others show raised lines running through the coin where the die used to strike it is cracked. These imperfections turn a regular coin into a collector's dream, because no two error coins are exactly alike. Now here's what really gets collectors fired up: the condition. A rare error is valuable, but a rare error in mint state, meaning perfect, untouched condition, can skyrocket in value. Coins that are crisp, clean, and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC are the ones that fetch the biggest dollars. So how much are we really talking about here? Well, buckle up. A 2007 Wyoming Quarter, with a significant minting error and in exceptional condition, has been sold at auction for an eye-watering total of $72,000. Yes, you heard that right. $72,000. For a single 25-cent coin. That's the power of rarity, condition, and the collector market coming together. And the best part? These coins are still out there. They weren't pulled from circulation. They weren't locked away in a vault. They're in collections, coin jars, and yes, possibly in your own home right now. This is why coin collecting is such an exciting hobby. Because it combines history, art, detective work, and the thrill of the hunt. Every coin has a story, and some of those stories are worth real money. So the next time you get a handful of quarters back as change, don't rush to spend them. Take a second. Look closely. You might just be holding a piece of American history and a small fortune. Top 4, we're zooming in on a coin that's part of one of the most beloved coin series in U.S. history, the 2004 Texas State Quarter. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh, it's just another state quarter, let me stop you right there. Because this isn't just any quarter. This one has secrets that could make it worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's right. A small, 25-cent coin you may have passed over without a second glance could actually be worth a small fortune. So sit tight, turn up the volume, and let's dive into why this little piece of metal is driving coin collectors wild. Let's start with the basics. The Texas State Quarter was released in 2004 as the 28th coin in the 50 State Quarters program, a program that ran from 1999 to 2008 and completely changed the way people looked at their pocket change. Every state got its moment to shine, and Texas brought the heat. The design? Oh, it's iconic. Front and center, we've got the mighty Lone Star, symbolizing the state's independent spirit. Behind it, a bold outline of Texas, and underneath, a lasso that loops around the coin, representing the state's rich cowboy and ranching heritage. It's a proud, powerful design that captures the essence of the Lone Star State. But here's where things get really interesting. While millions of these quarters were minted and circulated, only a handful are truly special. We're talking about rare variants, coins with minting errors, striking flaws, or unusual features that make them stand out from the rest. One of the biggest reasons a coin like this can soar in value is because of errors made at the U.S. Mint. And yes, you heard that right. The very place where these coins were born sometimes makes mistakes. But in the coin world, mistakes can mean money. Some of the most valuable Texas state quarters from 2004 have been found with double die errors. That's where the coin's design looks like it's been printed twice, giving it a ghostly, almost 3D effect on the letters or images. Others have off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't perfectly aligned during minting, causing part of the design to be shifted or cut off. There are also clipped planchets, coins that were improperly cut and are missing a curved section, or die cracks, which create raised lines across the surface of the coin. All of these are rare, highly collectible, and incredibly valuable, but rarity alone isn't what makes a coin command a high price. It's also about condition. A coin found in your change with scratches and wear? Interesting, sure, but probably not worth much. But a Texas quarter from 2004 in pristine, uncirculated condition? That's where the magic happens. Now, imagine this. A 2004 Texas quarter that not only has one of these rare errors, but is also in near-perfect, mint condition, stored carefully, untouched by time. That kind of coin is the holy grail for collectors. It's not just a quarter anymore. It's a piece of art, a piece of history, a one-of-a-kind anomaly that people will pay top dollar to own. And when we say top dollar, we mean it. Are you ready for this? Because if you were lucky enough to have a rare 2004 Texas state quarter with a major minting error in flawless, uncirculated condition, then that little 25-cent coin could be worth as much as $69,000. Yes, you heard that right. $69,000. For one quarter. It's stories like these that make coin collecting so thrilling. It's not just about old money, it's about the hunt, the history, the hidden gems waiting to be discovered in plain sight. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, don't just toss those quarters aside. Look closely. Check the date. Inspect the design. You might just be holding on to something extraordinary. Top 5. We're talking about a coin that looks simple, even ordinary at first glance. It's a part of a popular modern series that many collectors are familiar with, but within this modest design lies a mystery, a rarity, and a potential fortune. Today, we're exploring the story behind the 2015 Homestead National Monument of America Quarter, minted in honor of Nebraska. You might know it as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, but what you may not know is that one version of this coin, yes, this very coin, could be worth more than a brand new luxury car, a college education, or even a down payment on a house. So grab your favorite coin magnifier and let's take a closer look. The Homestead Quarter was released in early 2015, and it commemorates a pivotal piece of American history, the Homestead Act of 1862, which offered land to settlers willing to build and farm. It was a turning point that shaped the American Midwest and created the dream of independence for thousands of families. On the front of this quarter, we have the familiar portrait of George Washington, a staple of American coinage. But it's the reverse that tells the real story. A rustic farmhouse, a water pump, and 2 bundles of corn, representing food, shelter, and water, 3 basic elements of survival and self-reliance. It's a powerful and symbolic design, tying modern collectors to the roots of America's pioneer spirit. Now, what makes this coin go from a common quarter to a collector's prize isn't just its history, it's the errors, the variants, and the condition that take it to a whole new level of value. You see, while millions of Homestead quarters were minted and released into circulation, only a tiny fraction have been discovered with unique minting errors, and that's where the treasure lies. Some of the most fascinating errors include die chips and die cracks, particularly around the window of the house or on the water pump handle. These tiny imperfections, caused during the striking process at the U.S. Mint, result in additional raised metal that looks like unusual marks or extra shapes. One of the most well-known varieties in this coin series is the so-called snow on the roof error, a die chip that makes it look like the house's roof is covered in snow. Another popular one is known as the leaky bucket error, where a die break makes it appear as though water is dripping from the bucket under the pump. To the untrained eye, these might look like small blemishes. But to a seasoned collector, they are golden tickets, rare, intriguing, and often one of a kind. Now, errors alone don't guarantee big money. The coin also has to be in exceptional condition. That means uncirculated, with sharp details, no scratches, and a brilliant, original luster. Coins that have been kept safe, untouched, and professionally graded can skyrocket in value. And here's where things get really exciting. A 2015 Homestead Quarter with a rare, clearly visible minting error, combined with an uncirculated, near-perfect grade, can catch the eye of serious collectors. And when collectors compete to own a rare coin like that, the value can shoot through the roof. So how much can this little 25-cent coin really be worth? Let's say you have one of these rare Homestead Quarters with an unmistakable mint error, like a bold die chip, die crack, or that famous snow look, and it's in pristine condition, certified and untouched by time. That humble coin in your hand could be worth as much as $69,000. Yes, you heard that right. $69,000. For one quarter. This is why collectors across the country and around the world are paying more attention to modern coins. It's not always the old, dusty ones that bring the big bucks. Sometimes, it's the overlooked coin that's been hiding in your piggy bank or pocket change all along. So, if you've got a stash of quarters lying around, it might be time to go hunting. Look closely. Pay attention to the details. Because buried in that pile, you might just find a Homestead Quarter that's not just worth 25 cents, but the kind of money that could change your life. Thanks for joining us on another thrilling journey through the world of rare and valuable coins. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden treasures, and tap the notification bell so you never miss the next big discovery. Until next time, happy collecting. And may your next coin be worth $69,000.